Good morning. This is your local game guy, well, local iconoclast gamer, and we're going to talk about Planet of the Apes as promised this morning. I'm also going to get another video in because they got a really cool Kickstarter box reward. So that'll be the next video. I'll explain that later. Hey, remember to like and subscribe. I grew up on these movies, watched them on TV all the time, HBO, Planet of the Apes. So I was really excited that someone was going to take this and turn it into a role playing game. Magnetic Press Play and West End Games. I remember West End Games for their Star Wars game back in the 90s, which is really cool. So it's a, I believe it's a D6 system. But we're going to start with some of these other cool goodies. So the character sheet fits on this piece of paper. That's it. It doesn't have a backside. And it's 2 notepads worth. You could probably get it on a couple of these on 8.5 by 11, but I bought 2. Really hoping that someone would be interested in playing. But straightforward to the point. That's what I like. You know, functional, usable. And then we've got, this is, I don't know if this is going to be something you're going to include later, but it was definitely a perk of the Kickstarter. This is basically a poster of the ship that they flew in Planet of the Apes. Let's see if I can take this. Very cool. And it's a thicker paper, so it'll survive folding. But we got blueprints on the back. There's a fun little extra. We're going to do some miniatures here first. So, one of the sets that you'll be able to buy, Ruins of Tomorrow, Gaming Miniatures box set. And we've got Astronaut, Commander, Security Specialist, some Tribal, Humans, Chimpanzees, Gorillas, Orangutans, Mutant Guards, a Sea Serpent, and then the cards. So you can kind of get all the information on it. These are solid boxes too. Here's some of the inside of these cards. Astronaut Commander C.L. Thompson. You got Dex, Perception, Knowledge. Yep, it was a lot like the Star Wars game with having a dice pool, but it's all D6. Oh, the joys of doing unboxings when you have stuff wrapped up. We got Troopers, the Sea Serpent, Fellowship Guard from, what was it, Journey to the Center of the Apes? The Mutants. Travel Human, Nova, Soldiers, all with cards. So that makes it easy to come up with NPCs or to use as a pre-generated characters, something real quick. One of the add-ons, and there was a lot of miniatures, but I couldn't afford to get all of them, but I needed to get this one. It's such an iconic scene from the movie. The apes strung up going into the Forbidden Zone, and of course the Statue of Liberty, which is actually a dice tower. We've got more cards. Description: Statue of Liberty. Nice. Let me pull that out. So the dice will roll down through the top overhead and come out at the bottom, which is cool. And we have the statue. That does not fit at all. So there we go. Lady Liberty. There we go. I had to get it just for liberty. That scene's just, you did it, damn you all to hell. I should put a cut of that scene in the movie. I'm still learning this. Bear with me. Okay, next. This is the Into the Forbidden Zone Adventure and Camping box set. I think you can kind of say this is like the starter set for the system. Tower of the Borderland Adventure Scenario, Ruins of Tomorrow campaign, new archetypes, Beastly White One, Mutant Drone, Elite Ape Recon Scout, and Charting the Unknown. The set includes rules for randomly generating a world at large. Which plan is it anyway? Ape civilization tables give the ability to easily generate your own unique ape society and setting within a few easy rolls. You get 2 double-sided fold-out terrain and cutaway maps, 2 sheets of punched-out map markers, the deluxe 3-panel logger screen with useful tables. Sounds like it's a GM screen. Set of 10 alpha and omega dice and 2 wild dice, 64 reference cards, and 6 pre-generated characters. So this is not a starter set. This box requires the role-playing game core book. So, first off, we got our hex map. Looks like the desert. Is it double-sided? Yeah, like the desert terrain, which could be the Forbidden Zone. Oh, we got more maps. It's upside down. Another map of another capsule. This must be from one of the other books. Here's a map. And then we've got like the coast where they found where he sees they get to the Doomsday device. This one's double-sided, kind of split in two. So he's got some water terrain. All right, then we got some. Pre-generated. It looks like there's a blank, larger version of the character sheet on the other side. Commissioner Dr. Sebastian, PhD, Sebastiana, Seal Thompson, Twitch, Perdita. Must be for props. We got the markers for the game board. We got some fire. We got apes. We got stuff. Forbidden Zone, the adventure book. Yeah, look at all that. See all the color. That's the thing I like about the Kickstarters. I guess the most is it gives people, companies, third party, major companies. You know, all the major companies I guess have more money. They don't need to really do this, like, you know, Hasbro, Wizards of the Coast, but gives a chance to really put money into layout, design, make it interesting, make it stand out. This is not a bound book. It's just regular glue. 96 pages for the adventure. 5 chapters. We got lots of charts. Aberrant sub-biome table. Aberrant environment. 1D. Mental maze of mirrors. In the Forbidden Zone. That's creatures. The Hypnoclaw. The Great Death Beast. Not as many pictures as I was thinking would be in here, but that is chock full of, even the back cover, chock full of information. One of the great, does this have all 3? It does. That is very cool. There, the see no, hear no, and speak no evil of the orangutans. Another iconic scene. Lots of information in here too, as always with GM stuff. Screens, which is cool. Got a patch. I'm sure the patch is coin. An ape we trust. And the back side. Simio one Gridgen. Maybe just a coin prop. These are our dice. 2 sets. D6s. Those are the wild dice. We have 2 different colors. There's a gray and then there's like a gold. Back up. And then modern ape weapons. So we got a bunch of reference cards like on the other set. So, ape weapons, common tribal humans, time displaced astronaut. We got, all sorts of cards for NPCs or to keep track of Mutant Fellowship Pariah, Mutant Fellowship Crusader, Commander Ben Alton, the white ones, Maggot Boar, oh that's nice, Red Boar, horses, Chimpanzee Commanders, Orangutan Commoner, Orangutan Solicitor, Gorilla Commoner, Gorilla Deputy, Gorilla Troopers, Scouts. What do we have for weapons? These repeated. Oh, so handy cards for its modern ape weapons. We've got Model 38 pistol, 88 Manhunter rifle, G1 Protectorate carbine, bayonet. So handy cards to have. Here. And then with that, we got our 2 core books. So there's the core rule book, and this is the ANSA files. Let's do the core rule book first. So there's 2. How many pages is this? So 307. Wait, count the character sheet. There's 2 ribbons for keeping pages, blue and red. So you got chapter 1, Planet where apes evolved from men. Chapter 2, Primates Rules Primer, the Great Apes, the Beast Man, Children of the Bomb, an Ape of Your Own, character creation, persona, quirks, motivations, combat recovery, Mandemus's Army, conveyances, both real and imagined, running the game, limits of the known world, and adventures on the planet of the apes. So as always, a description of what the history was, and I'm sure it gets into the timeline. Blurb on West End Games, and then West End Games is coming out with some more stuff, release variants. There's some more D6 stuff coming out, which I believe a redo of Star Wars is being done, which is fantastic. Don't quote me on that. But I have got a D6 game coming that's in Kickstarter. Attributes and skills, size skills, description, your dexterity. Let's see. Without getting too deep, I'll come back. I really want to play this game. I think just that idea that and I should have. See, I'm so bad at this. Jean Pierre. I'm trying to think of the author. I should look it up really quick. But when he wrote that, it just crazy sci-fi, and potentially believable sci-fi considering we're not too far away from apes. Sonic powers, creating characters of your own. Player comfort first. Skills. Great art. The odd feature. The first thing I saw about these books that are really tough. One is there's kind of like a linen feel to the exterior of the book, but I love the rounded corners. It's the little things. It's got the spot gloss for you comic book people. Spot foil. I didn't notice that there's not much of a color change between chapters, but motorcycles, cars, adjudicating rewards, pictures, lots of charts. We got some more stats so you can get into NPCs. We got beasts, beast horse, farmers, chimpanzee revolutionary. Talking about the Forbidden Zone and the bomb. Dun, dun, dun. George Taylor. That's a cool picture. So it's got everything you need in here. How to even working with sandboxes. The sandbox. Character creation, all the extras. There's a bunch of sheets. It looks like base archetype sheets back here, like Star Wars had. It gives you kind of your base D6, and then you can adjust, accordingly in the creation process. We can get into that more later, but great stuff. I'm so happy when it came in. And then the ANSA files. I want to say that is the ANSA. That was the space agency. It wasn't NASA anymore. American National Space Administration, which is an agency from the 2011 novel Conspiracy of the Planet of the Apes. The sourcebook provides detailed background and information character biographies, and settings from the original 5 movies and the related. Yeah, that's what I thought. This is going to be the source book. So this is going to talk about all the movies, the original movies. Um, the ANSA files an expansion source book of Planet of the Apes. For those who may not readily recognize it, ANSA is the name of the organization that sent Taylor and crew into space in the original Planet of the Apes film. The anagram of the civilian space agency NASA, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, ANSA has been defined in universe over the years as the American National Space Administration, the military arm of the United States Space Program, and its sister agency to NASA. So let's see. Focusing on the original 5 motion picture series and the 2 original novels set during them, this book also contains a sprinkling of references to the television series, animated series, short stories, film adaptation novels, various comic series, and more. Within these covers lie a wealth of game information that will allow you to modify your campaign as you see fit. If you're not a gamer, this book also serves as a source book to the franchise, making it a welcome addition to any Planet of the Apes fan collection. And that's a lot like that book in Cosmere, the world book. You don't necessarily have to play the game to look at it, but it's got just a wealth of knowledge. That's crazy. 1958 to 1973. So this is all in, this is all in universe. Letters talking about the original missions, the creation of the agency. We got, depending on where you want to play this, you could start at the beginning. How many different General Lazenby? That looks like Cary Grant, Admiral Taylor. There we go. That looks more like him. Astronaut Colonel George Ulysses Taylor. So lots of characters. We got some equipment. The med pack, that would be what the posters were in that box set. So continuing on with the timeline. So much information here. This won't probably as a player you probably wouldn't need this. But as a GM, this could be either a highly used reference point or just an interesting, take. Points of interest. It depends on how far it's in Caesar. From I believe Escape of the Planet of the Apes, and which is nice. Having all these characters and getting the it's like the source books from Star Trek, the role playing game from FASA, where they give you the source books for the television shows, all the movies. Having the source book for Star Trek 4, the the Return Home with the whales. Yeah. Mandamus, the Wise, Aldo, Virgil. God, it was just so creative, and the practical effects. I thought they did really good. Yeah, you could tell they weren't really apes because when they were moving their chins, but it was fun. That yeah. I'm gonna get on a soapbox. Let's not do that. Bright Eyes Taylor. Stat updates. Nice. So this is good. Definitely a good accessory. Just if you wanted to get more into the lore. It looks like they did their research, which is awesome. I know a lot of these. Cosmere had Brandon Sanderson in there. The upcoming Discworld has been dealing a lot with making sure the estate's happy with everything they're doing. These IPs. It's not just slapping something together. This is a lot of work. This is 312 pages. Just getting into the lore, so you can pick anywhere you wanted to and have a good idea. Zira, Cornelius. That's awesome. I always like Cornelius. And the actor who's always cool and did a lot of Disney movies. I can't remember his name either. This is horrible. I apologize. All right. So that was Planet of the Apes. Remember, like and subscribe. Let me know if there's something that you want to see. If you know about a Kickstarter that's coming up, I probably bought into it, which is really sad because it's a lot of money that's sitting on these shelves, and I have nobody to play them with. My next video is going to be on Aliens, the Evolved Edition, which is the second edition, and we'll be doing that soon. So thank you very much. Like and subscribe, and put in your comments what you like about Planet of the Apes, what you don't like about Planet of the Apes, what you loved, what you hated. Did you like the new movies, the reboots? Uh, would you be willing to play this game? Do you think it's a playable game? Is there enough to have campaigns and have fun and even just one shots? Put your comments in, like and subscribe, and thank you. Have a great day.